not yet. Okay, hello everyone.
Hey everyone. Hey Star.
Thank you so much for being here.
Hey Annette. Mary
and Rockin' Rose says she's going to be lurking for a while. Oh, Annette's here. Mary, Catherine, Tina, Diana, Miss Lady Hummingbird. Glad to have you all here today. Sue, Creations by Mark, Patricia. I hope I didn't miss anyone. I probably did. Oh, Lynn's here.
Mama Swift's here.
Trisha's here. Nana, Jessica, Teresa. Did I see Karen? Yep, Karen. Sandra, I didn't see Trish.
She's up at the top. Kind of.
I missed her way at the beginning. I didn't go that far back up.
She said hugs and kisses to everyone.
And we are so glad that, there she is. There's Miss Trisha. We are so glad that you guys are here today. We know everybody's been a little concerned about what's happening with Boggy Creek and our blanket drive. So this is what I'm going to say to you up front. Boggy Creek was a donation place that spurred a lot of activity in our yarn community between Nancy, Billy, Juan, Lynanne, and myself, and then Trish and Jaxie, Shannon from another yarn, Laura. I know there's a ton of people out there that on their channels talk about Boggy Creek and make blankets for Boggy Creek. And I know that on these lives, we will have sometimes 1,000 people watching just to see the blankets that have come in. And we've created a great deal of camaraderie. And we appreciate that. And we love that. And that's part of why Nancy and I even wanted to reach out to the yarn community, was we know how special you all are. And we thought, these people will give blankets, and you have gone above and beyond anything that we could have expected or thought of, honestly. So that being said, Boggy has enough blankets for a while, and yet our community still wants to do our mission to give blankets to kids.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Are you there? Are you okay?
I'm sorry, volume. I don't know where the volume is. So here it is. Okay. All right. I just wanted to see the chat.
Oh, okay.
How many people were on here?
Okay. Okay. So Lynanne is not going to be in today. From what I understand, Lynanne is doing well. I do text with her or chat with her every day. I just check in with her. She's with her family, and she just needs time, guys. So she will be back. She is still part of our brigade, and she will be back. I guarantee it. Even if I have to drag her kicking and screaming, but she just needs some time. So I know you guys will give her that grace. And she knows that you all are thinking of her and praying for her, and she appreciates that very much, her and her family. Yes, Denise, big love for our sister. So, and Lynanne will tie back into this as I go on, but our mission is to create blankets for kids. That's what we've been doing. That's what we've been enjoying, and that is what we're going to continue to do. Boggy is and always will be our main place to want to deliver blankets. But it's going to be probably a minute before they need blankets again. And we still want to crochet, right? So that being said, we have looked into other places, and I was put into contact with a woman named Michelle. And Michelle, I'm not even going to try. Anyway, I have spoken with Michelle. She works with Project Linus, and she works with the Gary Sinise Snowball Express in Central California. They Project Linus gives blankets out nationwide. So this is going to be a two-part thing, and I'm going to talk about each part separately. So first and foremost, she is a project manager, I guess you want to say, or district coordinator or something. I don't know the title, but she heads up a Project Linus in the Orlando, Florida area. Project Linus is a group that collects blankets, and Michelle, mostly the blankets that she's getting right now are quilted, and she is thrilled to death that she could get some knitted and crocheted blankets. They give out blankets to children only, from newborn on up. And these are kids in crisis. So adoption agencies, safe homes, where the abused, what do they call those? Nancy, help me out. Shelters.
They're safe homes. Yeah, they're safe shelters.
Okay. Yeah. Women's shelters. The kids will get blankets going there. The kids will get blankets if, say, their home burned down, and she gives out blankets to that. So, like, I guess maybe, I don't know. She's in charge. Those blankets, when we start collecting blankets, they can be from newborn size, like 36 by 36, on up to twin size blankets, 70 by 90. They require, and this will be for all blankets that we collect, smoke-free environment. They need to be washed in an anti-allergent, non-fragranced, washed and dried. Obviously.
So everybody has to wash their blankets. They don't wash them.
No, she does not wash them. So delivered, they need to be washed and dried. So obviously they need to be made out of washed and dryable, like acrylic yarn. They request no animal fibers. It has to be a smoke-free home. The measurements are, like I said, 36 square up to 70 by 90 for a twin size bed. And all the blankets are donated. They're not auctioned. They're not sold off. They're not anything like that. They all go to a kid.
I missed the laundry detergent.
I
interrupted you. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. It has to be non-allergenic, hyperallergenic, fragrance free, because you just don't know.
No fragrance. What laundry?
I'm pretty sure that's what she said. Like, don't get the scented, don't buy the
laundry detergent.
Yeah, non-scented. That's it. So Project Linus is all over the country. And this is something, this is up for discussion with you guys. I'm thinking, if you want to donate to Project Linus and you want to donate locally in your area, I say 100% do that. You can look up projectlinus.org and find out if there's a Project Linus in your neighborhood. On the Project Linus website, I believe there is all the instructions on what has to be going out, what they require for their, the fragrance free and the sizes and all that. There's also a pattern page. I was just on it for a $25 donation. All the knit and crochet, they do a crochet along annually, I think, and it's a knit and crochet along. And all the patterns, if you donate $25 to Project Linus, you get all the patterns that have ever been there for free. That's part of your $25 donation. But you can call and say, I'm in Bastrop, Texas. That's where I'm at right now. Is there a Project Linus here? If there is, then you can donate there. take a picture of your project, put it on the Facebook Boggy Facebook group page, mail it in on the Boggy email, and we will put it in a slideshow when we start doing lives. Or you can, if you want to come up on panel, you can do that. We'll bring you up on panel. You can show, I made 10 blankets. Here they are. Now I'm going to donate them. That would be fine. Or you can mail them into Nancy when she starts collecting in August. Anything that you want to, if you have to mail them because there is no place that you can drop them off locally, hey, we're accepting, and we'll drop them off with Michelle. If there's a project line is there and that's what you want to do, that's what I would suggest. Save yourself the postage. You're still helping the kids. It's still the same thing. And yeah, being up on panel would be very fun. Show your own blankets. I mean, I think that would be so cool to be able to do that. To bring you all up, you show your blankets and then the next person can come up and show their blankets. 1, 2, 10, it doesn't matter. We will take as much as we get. We will keep track of total. I'm not going to keep track of where you are and who. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep track of, 10 blankets sent in today, 20 blankets this time, so that we have a grand total, and we'll do an annual grand total. This is how many blankets we collected this year. We still will be the Boggy Blanket Brigade because that's us. We're the BBB. We'll continue to be the BBB. And no, we're not limiting blankets. No limit to the blankets, Landers. If you
That's
have
why we're on here tonight. We're taking blankets again. So,
but not until August. Nancy doesn't want any blankets till August. But if
Right.
you have 100 blankets sitting in your back room, you want to get rid of, they have to be new blankets. That is another thing. They have to be new. Can't be something you've used already. But if you have, a pile of 100 blankets sitting in your back room and you're like, oh, good, I can finally get rid of these. Let's take pictures, send them in, or say, hey, I want to come up on panel and show them, and then deliver those blankets to your local place. If you don't have a local place, then we'll send them into Nancy, and she'll get them to Michelle, and they'll be distributed in the Central Florida area. Michelle has a Central Florida Project Linus webpage. It is P Linus. I'm just going to, oh, wait, that's her G. Nope. Project Linus / Orlando, Central Florida.
Can you spell it so I make sure I get it right?
Yeah. Project, PROJECT, Linus, LINUS.
LINUS.
That's on Facebook / Orlando, Central Florida.
But
if you
Orlando,
just type
which
in
way is the slash? Top goes to the right down.
Yeah, I think it's just a backslash.
Orlando.
Or a hyphen or something. If you type Project Linus backslash, I think it's a backslash.
Is Florida spelled out?
No, just, and you type in or Orlando, hers comes up in a list. And her name is Michelle.
So just type Orlando, not Florida or anything.
If you just type in Project Linus /OR, I think that's how I found her. Just got to the OR of Orlando, and then it said Orlando, Florida.
That's Michelle's.
That's Michelle. She is the director in your area. And she's the one.
Or Orlando, or is it just Florida?
No, it's Central Florida. It's Gainesville, Orlando area.
Okay.
So it on her page, and when you get to her page, I'm not the greatest with any of these website things, but there's a tab that says blanket brochures, and it explains everything in there that you can download a PDF that gives you all the rules and regulations as to what the blankets have to, the specifications. But it's pretty much wash them, make them out of acrylic, any size up to 70 by 90. Smoke-free environment. That pretty much takes care of it. And
just hiatus right now.
then,
Yeah, until they just have too many. They don't have a place to store their blankets. Denise has missed a lot because she's been taking care of her mom. So, but yeah,
yeah,
Boggy, we're still gonna be doing Boggy Bears. We got a lot of stuff going on with them. It's just with blankets, we're on hold making blankets for them, but we have found other organizations that are going to take the blankets until they're ready to rock and roll again.
yeah. And Project Linus, I mean, what I think is so wonderful about Project Linus is that it's all kids, which is what we love, right? We love doing for kids. It's all kids from newborn on up. They're all kids in crisis for one reason or another. And we can deliver them. You can make blankets and deliver them locally in your area, which I think is fabulous. And you can still get to show them off if you want to.
By sending a picture into us.
A picture, or you can come up on panel, when we're doing that. So that, I think that's a win-win for everybody. All of that, I think, is a win-win for everybody.
Not everybody can get online. That's why.
Well, right. But you can send a picture. No,
Right.
No, they do not need tumbleweeds either.
But
Boggy from us this year is asking if and we're in the process still of working on bears, working on a pattern. So we're in process. So just, but Boggy does not really want blankets from us this year. They are they have enough for a while.
We did a great job.
Right, you did a great job. And I am waiting, Brian, I am waiting to hear back from Kimmy about blankets, or about the bear patterns. I have sent her pictures. I want her to understand, before we go any further, I want her to understand that they're used to bears that are fabric, and every bear is going to be the same size. They might be a little stiffer or not as stiff, but every bear is the same size. And that is not going to be the case with a crocheted stuffy. Some people crochet tighter or looser. The different yarns will also make a different size, so there's a lot more variations. Their stuffies have non-movable arms and legs. And I want to make sure that they're okay with like the floppy arms or legs. I don't want, you and Annette have been doing such a wonderful job and working so hard on these patterns. I don't want it to be all for nothing. So I have sent her pictures, original pictures and updates of changes that we've requested that you make. And now we're waiting on her. I don't want to really go any further until we know if she's, if this is going to fit their needs. So that's where we are with that. So then the second part of this is that there is also the Snowball Express, which is the Gary Sinise part of it. That is a program that sends kids to Disney World in Florida. Is that Disney World, right? They spend, I think, a week there or however long. And on the way out, they get a blanket. These kids are 5 years old to, I think, like 17, maybe 18. I don't know. But starting at 5 years old. So they do not want baby-sized blankets for this. For the Project Linus, she needs 5-year-old size blankets up to, again, twin size bed. So that means,
hey, Samantha.
That means you can make any size. Again, the same other parameters. They want it wash, they want acrylic, they want, scent-free fabric. Dryer and washer stuff. They want them. We will start collecting blankets in October, in August, like always, but we will only have until mid October. I'm trying to get my month straight. We'll only have till mid October. So there'll be a very short period of sending in blankets to Nancy for the Gary Sinise Foundation. It's
just October, or
no,
I'm
from
sorry,
August 1st when you start collecting through mid October.
October mid. Okay, I'm sorry I didn't write it down. Okay.
Okay, so there will be what, all of August, all of September, so 10 weeks ish that we can send them in. So you can start making them now, and or continue to make what you were making, and they're going to be minimum age of 5 years. So, not a 36 by 36, go at least the Boggy size, I would say. And we will collect those for 10 weeks, but you can make them all the way up through. We start, and, while we're collecting, but we will only collect those for 10 weeks. Now, she mentioned character blankets. The kids, just a minute. She mentioned character blankets. The kids like those a whole lot. Fun blankets, but just like Boggy, the kids want to have fun with their blankets. So bright colors and fun things. And these blankets will be given out at Disney. I think she said for 2026, they're giving them out on December 9th, I think. So we need them to get to Nancy by mid October so that Nancy has time to get them dropped off to Michelle. And then Michelle has time to do what she needs to do with them to get them deliverable at the beginning. I would say go at least bigger than you want to. I would say minimum of 40 by 40, Denise, for the Gary Sinise blankets. Minimum of 40 by 40. Oh yes, thank you, Jax. They ask for no red, white, and blue because these are kids for the Gary Sinise Foundation. Because these are kids who's lost a parent in service to our country. They don't want blankets that are red, white, and blue because they don't want them to lay them on a bed and think that it looks like the flag. That, when you lose someone in the military, they always cover their casket with a flag. And so they don't want that kind of image in the kids' heads with these blankets. So please, no red, white, and blue. I completely forgot about that. But you can make red, white, and blue for the Project Linus. That's not a problem. Up to twin size, she did say 70 by 90, but 60 by 90 is fine. Yeah, Star, maybe it's way overthinking, but my father and my stepfather both had flags over their caskets, and my father-in-law, and they played taps at my father-in-law because he was a POW. And I could see if you're a kid that could be, trauma inducing at times to see that laid out on your bed. So, obviously it's happened to someone once or twice, and so now they're like, yeah, let's not do that. But that's only for the Gary Sinise ones. If you want to make red, white, and blue blankets and give them for the Project Linus, that's fabulous. Yes, Nancy will collect for the Gary Sinise blankets. And if you're sending them to her, please specify if you wanted that for Gary Sinise or if that's for Project Linus, because she'll be collecting at the same time for both. Starting August, you can send to Nancy for whichever ones you want to make. So what were you going to say, Nancy? Yeah, I'm sorry.
I was a little concerned about collecting those at the same time. What if somebody doesn't put what they're for?
Then we can give it to either one, as long as it's not red, white, and blue. Now, I'm going to say this too. When I was talking with Michelle, she mentioned, she's we'll say project district, whatever, manager for the Central Florida Project Linus. she reports to someone. Depending on how many blankets we collect or we think we can collect, they might want us to get involved on the more national level. So she's, because of how many blankets we collected last year, and in the past, like 2 years, um, she's maybe they want us to get together on a more national level. But I said, we're only delivering in Florida, Central Florida. That's our delivery. If they want more than that, then they got to come to us. So, I don't know. Any other questions? Well, it's really one organization. I mean, she collects for all the time, Denise. And I don't think really it has to be separated unless you specifically want to separate it. That's up to you, Nancy. I think, if the blankets are too small, because when they're delivered to Michelle, she's going to go through them and organize them. So if they're blankets that are too small for for the Snowball Express, then she's just going to put them with the Project Linus.
Okay. Maybe like videos, we'll do Linus one night, on a specific night, and do the other. We need to keep them separate.
No, you really don't. Unless if you're collecting.
Right. And I'm storing them and I need to make sure they're all together. That's why I'm a little concerned. I don't mind collecting blankets, but I don't know. Maybe we need to start in another month for the Snowball through this, and then they can pick them up before their due date. Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay, whatever works for you.
Yeah, I just think doing them all together is going to screw me up. It's just how my brain works.
But what I'm saying is it probably doesn't matter if they're together. Because unless they're red, white, and blue or too small. But if you're giving them to Michelle either way, she's going to separate.
They're going to the same person and then she can worry about separating them. Okay. I'm thinking they're two different organizations and two different people. Okay. I'm so sorry. Misunderstood.
Two different organizations, one person. So if someone sends them in and says, I want these to go to Project Linus, and you put them on one side of the trailer, and then you get some that aren't, that's fine. You can separate them if you want to, but you really don't have to, because she's going to separate them out anyway.
So we need to just make it both organizations together.
Well, you're only collecting. You're only collecting for the Project Linus until mid-October. Anything collected by mid-October has to go to her by mid-October.
She can decipher where they go, basically.
Yes.
Okay. So our girls, they just need to make blankets and not worry about it. Yeah. Okay. Unless they specifically want it to go to something, I guess. But I think that would make it easier. And then Michelle can dole them out as she sees fit.
That works for me. That's a really good idea.
I can keep red, white, and blue separate, like we did the
other ones.
The grass.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So okay. See, I'm learning about this too, y'all. She's done a lot of work. She's been working hard. Why, Nancy?
So let's just go with this. Any blankets sent in from August 1st through mid-October are most likely going to go to the Gary Sinesis.
Okay.
But we will collect until whenever Nancy's tired of collecting, and that will determine that later at a later date. We don't have to determine that right now.
I'll just call Michelle and say we need to deliver. I got a trailer full of blankets. It's time to deliver, and she can you know what I mean? That's all. I'll collect. I don't mind collecting. I'll collect them up through February. Unless, we have so many, we may have to do it. It's just now I won't be storing them in a room and moving them around so they won't be killing my back, y'all. I did it to myself, kind of. because I went from one building to this building to that building, and then I was told the bags are too heavy, and I didn't realize they were too heavy.
So Project Linus blankets, you can send in the whole collection time.
Okay.
But if you send them in, if you send in blankets before August 15th, let's just say, most likely those will go to Snowball Express. If you, and anything that comes in after that will definitely go to Project Linus during the rest, until Nancy can't collect anymore, till her back says no, until her life says, hey, I got to take a break.
Yeah, I think I'll be better. I think I'll be better. I really do. And look, y'all, I got my my recaps. You remember I used to hang up the blankets after we showed them?
Oh yeah.
And I did a recap.
You got your hooks. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm getting it together, y'all. But it's not going to be difficult, okay? So we'll just start collecting in August. And if you want it to go to specific, you need to tag it as that. And you can tie a little tag on it, but make sure you wash it in a non-scented detergent. And no smaller than 36 inches wide. And no bigger
no smaller than 36 by 36. They will take those small ones, you know, baby blanket size for babies, because they do babies with Project Linus. Of course, always donate locally. And if you want to do that, we don't have any issue with it. But if you send us pictures or come up on panel and want to show them, that would be awesome to share. And you can always post them on the Boggy Blanket Brigade too, but just let us know how many that you've done, that you've donated, so we can keep a tally, and we'll do an annual tally, like and set a goal for ourselves. If you know, everybody seemed to like to have a goal, and everybody seemed to want to beat that goal. And we didn't have a goal last year, but we did really, really well. But this year we can have a goal again, and we'll keep track. Even if you donate locally, we'll still keep track. You just have to tell us how many you sent in. Show us, these are the pictures. This is what I did, or come up on panel, or send them in. And, we'll keep a tally. Is that good?
Yeah. And we'll keep you guys updated. We'll still do our weekly videos when we start collecting blankets, and we'll pop in periodically before then, like we did tonight. Because, we're going to have to update Lynanne, she's still a big part of this also. So.
Well, I talked to her. I've texted with her.
She's part of it. I know she's part of it. I've been reading. So yeah, Samantha, you'll have to wash your blanket.
Yeah, your blanket will have to be washed. Scent free detergents.
Linda Davidson made 75 blankets for the veterans, and I'm working on what I got. It's cut off
on 100 this year. Awesome.
Yeah. Are we doing anything for the veterans this year? We had talked about it, but I guess let's see how it goes with this, because I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. But
Teresa, we don't know about becoming a Warm Up America kind of thing, but
Oh, is that Warm Up America? Okay, I'm sorry. That's what's her name? The blonde-headed. She made a pattern for us.
Hanson.
Yeah.
Can't think.
I can't think of her name.
Hanson. I had it in my head, and then you said something else, and I went away.
Didn't I?
Yeah. Sarah, Sally,
Tiffany. I can forget Tiffany.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. And Project America has some really awesome patterns too, you guys, and they're free. Right. Acrylic yarn. No, Jolene, I don't think it's complicated. I hope it's not complicated. It's just make a blanket. It's still just make a blanket. You can donate it locally, or you can donate it through us.
It's going to either go to kids that go to Disney for a week. Now, these kids have like cancer. My brother worked at Shands, and like kids went to Orlando to Disney. They either had like a diagnosis of cancer and going through chemo. Is that the same thing, Lynette? The same?
I really haven't. The kids
I,
that are going to Disney are kids that through the Gary Sinise Foundation, they are kids who've lost a parent in military service.
okay. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I didn't misunderstood. I forgot. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember you telling me it'll sink in eventually.
So again, yarn used acrylic. Please wash them in scent-free detergent, scent-free fabric, no scented stuff. They want them to be scent-free, I guess, in case of allergies.
Hey, Sonia.
Minimum size of 36 inches square for like baby blanket size, up to 70 by 90 twin size bed.
You guys may want to limit to like 40 by 40. Have room for blankets, or 40 by 50. Think about it.
Well, now, remember, you can drop them off more often.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and Roy and I will be back in Florida over the winter again, so we can help.
You gonna stay with me?
Was
that good company? Was that good company?
Yes, you were.
You even had a free guard, a peacock.
We sure did.
Free security.
He made me afraid to come in the camper once or twice.
Did you see the video of him chasing my dogs?
Oh no, I must have missed that. Or I play your videos a lot to fall asleep to. So they play and play.
I know. I tell everybody I watch videos, but I don't watch the whole thing. I just play it. I'm fiddling, doing dishes, chasing dogs.
I put you guys on in the shower,
Mm-hmm.
So what organization? We are working for Project Linus and Snowball Express. So it's two really different organizations, but we have one donation place. So we're doing it as one. The blankets will just be going to do two different places, but we don't have to make the decision as to where they go. From August 1st till October 15th, we'll be collecting blankets that will mostly be going to Snowball Express, the kids that go to Disney who've lost a parent in service. And from that point forward, from October 15th to whenever we quit, February or March, whenever we quit collecting for 2027, beginning of 2027, those blankets will go to Project Linus. You can donate locally or you can donate through us. And that is what it's going. You can still do 40 by 40. But the blankets can go bigger. You can go 36 by 36 up to 70 by 90. See, good excuse to buy more yarn. You can post your pictures on our Boggy Creek Facebook page. Crocheters Unite. I like that. Kids blankets. Kids blankets. Oh, good idea, Jens. Don't pack fabric sheets with your blankets because that'll make them smell good, but so please don't do that.
No. I want to mention one thing. A lot of these dryer sheets smell delicious to me, but there are some that were overpowering, that you could smell it in here for days. So yeah, I understand they want non-scented because some scents are overpowering.
Bother people, yeah.
Yeah.
And we are working on a crochet pattern for the bears. Yes. For Boggy Creek.
Yeah. I mean, if I feel something's wrong with something, if I smell it, I'll wash it, y'all. Okay. I would never, I've washed a couple blankets because they've come dusty, the bag's open, so.
This year, Boggy is not accepting blankets for this coming up winter.
We're just on hold, temporary.
Yes, we're still going to have the Boggy Blanket swag shop. It's going to be our 5th annual. We're going to do something for our 5th annual, which honestly I haven't even thought about right now. What the design will be, but we'll have our old design, and yet we're going to do a 5-year anniversary. Five annual, 5th annual Boggy Blanket Brigade. We're still looking at a bigger bag, and the proceeds will still go to Boggy Creek, which she did. The check for $1,740 from our swag shop was received by Kimmy this past week. She sent me an email. You're collecting reclaimed cotton yarn for the bears. Oh, that's a good idea. We're designing, the bear patterns are being designed in a 5-weight yarn, just so you know. And if my understanding, if you hold 2 4s together, you get a 5. But we haven't gotten any approval yet on our prototypes as to what they look like from Kimmy. I don't know what the steps are that she needs to go through. So before we move any more oh yes, you can always do the sewn bears. They still want the sewn bears too. I'm not forgetting knitters. On the bears, we're going to go with crochet. But for the other blankets, knitting is fabulous. You can knit, you can Tunisian, you can nook, you can crochet. They take quilts at Project Linus and the Snowball Express. If you're a quilter, they do something with the fleece. I don't know. Go to Michelle's Project Linus / Orlando, Central Florida, and get the blanket brochure off of her file section. In the file section, there's one called Blanket Brochure. Look at that. Or go to Project Linus itself, projectlinus.org, and you can oh, yours is 4-weight, Annette? I'm sorry. I thought that Posh yarn was 5-weight. Anyway, you can look online for whatever. Yeah, star quilts, they'll take quilts. You can look online at those places to see, what and we'll count anything. If you guys want to make quilts, God love you. If you want to make quilts and donate those, we'll put those in our account, right, Nance?
Yep.
We'll put, I will put links in the on the Boggy Blanket Brigade Facebook page, and I will see if I can get links in the description box of this live for does it allow you to put links to outside of YouTube on YouTube's thing? Yeah, because it let me put I will put links. Oh, okay. So Annette is working on a 4-weight. See, she's so good. She's so good. So are there other questions that I have not answered? I hope you guys are excited. I'm very excited about this because we get to continue to do what we love to do, have kids to donate to locally, which will be so advantageous for so many people who say, I would like to make more, but I can't afford the postage. If there's one local to you, and I know postage to ship from some places is so expensive. We always recommend pirate ship, but still, even at that, oh, there you go, Trish, Project Linus, us.org. I love you, Trish. I just love you.
Thank you. I struggle with internet, finding stuff on the internet. That's why I was having you do that. I caught you off guard. I'm sorry.
Let's see. It would be easier for the collection to stick to Boggy measurements. Yeah, Boggy measurements are fine, but we don't have to be specific. We don't have to worry about so much the size. And yes, we can make star blankets and we can make smiley faces. Anything that you think is going to make the kids happy. She talked about like blankets with
Characters.
characters on them and Marvel comics. And so I said, I asked her about, like, and they're giving these blankets, the one she was specifically talking about, that when they're giving out blankets at Disney, and they're giving out blankets with, Disney characters on them, Mickey Mouse ears and Mickey Mouse themselves. And
Krista at My Secret Yarnery has a Mickey Mouse squares. They're just 3 circles, but it's really cute.
Mm-hmm. So I said, do we have to worry about copyrights or anything like that? And she said she's been giving out those kind of blankets right in Disney for years, and nobody says anything.
If you were selling them, it would be different.
Right. She says they're for personal use. And, if we've created a pattern that looks like Cinderella, then, and I don't mean me, because by no means am I doing that, but I would crochet it in a minute or attempt to anyway, So,
thanks, Beth.
So yeah. She said, the only thing that might ever be an issue with would be, she's not copyright, but maybe trademark. I'm trying to find my clip for my hair. Can't find it. But she says they haven't had a problem with that either. We're giving blankets to kids that are, in crisis of some sort or another.
What's the difference between trademark and what was the other one?
Copyright?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it would be basically the same thing.
But they are 2 different things. But I think, I don't know. TR in a circle. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not an attorney. I don't even play one on TV.
Yeah.
Or on Facebook or on YouTube. Pirate Ship, for those that don't know, I know somebody asked. Pirate Ship is a website you go to, and you print your own label to ship things. And you can use it for shipping anything. We suggested it for Boggy Blankets once we learned about it, because the shipping is less expensive. You print your own label, you box your stuff up, you print your label, put it on your box, and take it to UPS or FedEx or Ground or the post office, wherever you've decided that you have the best shipping price at. And it tells you, you go on their website, you sign up, you put in your debit card number or credit card number or whatever.
They have, this is what their icon looks like. It's like a skull with bones.
And then it says ahoy captain.
Mm-hmm.
And so you put in your information, it saves it. And then you measure your box or your bag and weigh it. And, they'll say if you ship through Pirate Ship at UPS, you're going to spend $10, but if you take it to UPS, it's going to be 15. So you save $5. You say, okay, I'll do that. And you still drop it off at the post office or UPS or whatever. You drop it off wherever. And some of the places will even pick it up. Sometimes there's a fee for picking it up.
Why can't I share? Why can't I share in the chat?
I don't have any idea.
It's ship.pirateship.com is what it is. And what's nice about it, it saves information. So if you want to send something to me and you've already sent it, you just type my name and it'll pull right up. It saves information and how much it cost to ship to me last time, versus this versus that. It gives you an option. You want to pay more, you can pay more. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Usually we pay less. So ARP discounts for UPS. I'm not there yet, I don't think. Am I old enough?
Oh, no metallic thread. I didn't know that. So no sparkle blankets, guys. Sorry.
What?
No fuzzy yarn either. Oh, that's a bummer. I didn't get to that either. But you just use regular yarn, so that's okay. Regular yarn is good. We can do lots of pretty things with just regular old yarn.
Yeah.
Good to know. Thank you, Trish. I didn't get into it that far. Sorry, I did as best I could.
So the trademark is the patent, the same thing, right? As a yeah. Okay.
Oh, you got that from the Project Linus website? I went to her Facebook page, but I didn't read all of the everything. I just got there and then I had to go because we were moving or getting ready to move, or I was on the move. Something was going on.
Yeah,
we'll
always do our merchandise store will always be open, Sam, right? It's always open unless Sky's on vacation.
Yeah, it's not open right now. She's having some issues, but it'll be back up. And we will do a 5th year logo, fifth annual. I'll be back, Joe. And I don't know. Anything else? Anybody got any other comments, questions?
And I'm sure we'll have more information as time goes on, because this is new to us. So, but Boggy is still number 1. We're just on hold right now.
Yeah, we're on hold for Boggy.
And we want to keep you guys hooking.
Yeah, and we want to keep our community together because, we enjoy seeing your blankets and we enjoy everybody getting together on unboxing days and it keeps the community together. And when we unboxed the last unboxing last year and this year, people said, what am I going to do on Wednesday nights now my Wednesday nights are empty. So we want to keep you busy on Wednesday nights, except I think it'll be Sundays. That'll be
streets. It's
keep you off the streets and out of the bars, right? So I don't know, anything else, Nancy? Yeah, Nancy will still show blankets that are sent to her. Well, thank you, Grandma. I'm just doing what everybody needs done. Okay, so quick review of the new plan. We're still going to make blankets. The blankets will be donated to the Gary Sinisa Snowball Express for kids of fallen veterans. And they will up from August 1st through October 15th. We'll be collecting for that. And we will also be collecting blankets for the Project Linus, which gives blankets to kids in crisis, kids in need, from newborn through like 17, 18 years old. Blankets can be as little as 36 by 36 inches for newborns, and they will accept them up through a 70 by 90 inch blanket. They can be knitted, crocheted, anything with the fiber arts. They can be quilted. On the projectlinus.org, there's even some fleece that they, I think, crochet around. You'd really have to look into that. I was just getting to that, and I'm overwhelmed with all this other stuff. Use plain acrylic, no fuzzy yarn, no metallic yarn, no wool, no, just use acrylic yarn. And if you're down, so that's where we're collecting for. If you want to donate locally, and we're still going to keep track of how many blankets, so we can set a goal for next year. And if you are going to donate locally, you can come up on panel when we're opening blankets and show the blankets that you have that you're going to donate, or you can send us pictures and we will do a slideshow like at the end of the live, or I don't know how we'll do it, but we'll do a slideshow, or maybe we'll just pop up pictures as Nancy's unboxing, and then we'll just pop up pictures when she needs to take a break and bag up stuff. We can just pop up pictures of blankets that other people made, and the tally, added into the tally of how many blankets we have for this year. The charity is not Disney World, Samantha. The charity is Snowball Express. The kids just happen to go to Disney World, which lucky them, but unlucky for the reason why. So we're going to give them a blanket to take home and remember their trip by. No, and they have to be washed in fragrance-free, no smellies. No smelly shampoo, soaps, and fabric softeners, fragrance-free. The size for Boggy is minimum of 40 by 40, 35 to 40 wide, 45 to 50 long. These blankets that we're collecting this year are minimum size 36 by 36 up to 70 by 90. Yes, you can donate locally. I'm going to donate cheaper and closer. That's a great way to do it, Anne. A great way to do it. Cheaper and closer. I love that. But please let us know how many you're donating. Even if you don't want to send us pictures, we would love to keep your tally in our tally, so that we know how many we've donated. And I think Project Linus wants to know that as well. Just because Michelle talked about if we're donating enough blankets, they might want to do something with us on a national versus just local. Like she's I don't know. She's expecting big things out of our group, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I can tell you for sure. We're making a name for ourselves. Isn't that awesome? Boggy will be the same as last year, but we are not collecting blankets for Boggy this year. They are full. They are full. They are out of space. We did a fabulous job with them. We're not through with them, but we're through for this year. They 2026, 2027 will not be a donation place for us. That's why
for blanket.
That's why we had to go on to find other places to donate. And that's what we like to do. I mean, from year one, I've been always so impressed with people thanking us for giving them a place to donate their blankets.
No,
it just fills my heart to the point of tears. Thank you for giving me some place to donate. See, it happens every time I think about it. So this is still a place to donate. It just different kids are getting them. And the more kids we can reach with a nice, soft, comfy blanket made with love is just a good thing. I mean, there's no downside to this that I can see. And I hope that you all feel the same way. We get to all still do our Boggy Blanket Brigade thing. We're just spreading the wealth in more places. Spreading the warmth, spreading the love.
Nancy Big Twist new yarn called Gigi. It's fun. It's at Michael's. Okay, I gotta go check it out.
Oh, fun yarn at Michael's called Gigi Big Twist. Yay! I agree, Mary. It's great to have a place to belong and with others for a good cause. And that's what our brigade is. Whether the blankets are actually going to Boggy or going someplace else.
Did you say no pets? Did you say no pets or no smoking?
I said no smoking.
Yeah, we didn't say no pets.
No, but Trish saw on the website they don't want pet hair on the blanket, so you'll have to clean them and get the pet hair off.
Yeah.
So that's no big deal. And the Boggy Bear pattern, Annette is saying, will be out as soon as Boggy approves it. So we're waiting on Boggy for that. Yeah, the website says no pet hair, according to Trish. Yes, all blankets have to be washed. Yes, I will be at the Temple Yarn and Fiber Shop on March 10th at 1:00. Sadly, it will just be me. And Fuzzy Butt better be there. She got us all involved in this. But yes, I will still be there on the 10th. But sadly, Lynanne will not be with me. But we'll still have a good time. A sticky roller is a good thing for pet hair. Yes, I agree.
I have several.
Yeah. Any other questions? Anything else, anybody?
I think you covered everything quite well tonight, unless somebody just came in last minute.
I don't know if we'll be doing the train ride, Samantha, but I want to. I'm just nervous about getting there, which is a whole nother subject we don't need to get into today.
No.
Okay.
Hey, Tracy.
Yes, we can do specialty blankets for definite sure. Maybe our graph people will come up with some new graphs. Blankets Made with Love. That's a good name. And I talked to Michelle about, like, we have been the Boggy Blanket Brigade for 4 going on now 5 years. And she said, don't change it. That's that's like McDonald's came out with chicken. They didn't go to McChickens or whatever. The Boggy Blanket Brigade is us as a community. And that's who we are. And I don't I don't think we need to change the name. Really, do y'all?
No.
I think, yeah, I mean, that's
the Boggy Blanket Brigade, and we'll I mean, we can maybe add something to the end of it, or charities, or
Boggy Blanket Brigade Charities. Something else with a B. we're already like the Better Business Bureau. We got 3 B's. BBB.
But everybody knows who we are. So
right. As the Boggy Blanket Brigade, we're like building a logo kind of thing,
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we need to keep the name, because that's who we are. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Keep the name. Okay. I think that does it. I think we've got everything. If you guys don't mind hitting the thummies, I appreciate that before we buzz out of here. But I think we're good.
Real quick, there's some people coming in last minute. You're going to have to watch the replay because there are some changes. Boggy Camp Boggy's not taking blankets this year, but all the Boggy Blanket Brigade is still making blankets, but we're going to be donating them to Fallen Soldiers Organization and Project Linus, right?
Right. Isn't that right? So the Snowball Express, which is the Gary Finney Foundation, and
watch the replay. So and you can email the Boggy Blanket at gmail.com. Is it Boggy? What is the email?
Boggy Blanket Brigade at gmail.com.
Yeah, if you have a question.
Right. And you can go on the Facebook page too. We monitor that. But if you have a question, please do the Boggy Blanket Brigade.
That's messy. No, we're not making we're not doing that. We're just donating blankets.
Yeah.
We're just couriers.
Yeah, they don't have a problem with what we're doing.
Nope.
Yep, no problem.
I love
Boggy Creek. Camp Boggy Creek is Camp Boggy Creek. Boggy Blanket Brigade is Boggy Blanket Brigade.
Yeah. That's us.
you
That's
know,
y'all. That's y'all.
right. It's y'all.
Y'all gave us that name.
Right. You guys came up with the name.
Yeah.
So yeah. Wash your blankets in Samantha, wash your blankets in non-scented laundry soap.
Tide has a
And
clear one. Tide has one, people are saying.
Tide has one. Okay.
You can Google it.
Best Blanket Brigade. Now that's a good one. Okay, guys. I think we're going to keep the name. We're going to keep making blankets, and we're going to keep growing our wonderful community.
Yeah. And thank you for always being here for us.
Thank you so much for being here for us. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Keep
We'll be
Lynette.
doing pop-up lives every now and again, right? We're not doing it on a
Right.
and but we will be doing pop-up lives. It's just going to be really hard to keep a schedule because we're doing a lot of traveling. Lynanne is out for a while, and we have lives besides Boggy Blankets. So that's it.
Right. We have our own channels too. Yeah. So but keep Lynanne in your prayers. Go over and turn her channel on and just set it in the corner and play her.
That's right.
I got my iPad in the house playing. So just so just support her while she's going through the difficult times. So but thank you guys for all being here for us and the kids, and we love you, and we'll be back soon.
And just keep on hooking.
That's right.
We're gonna say goodbye now. Oh, there we
love
go.
Y'all.
Say goodbye with this hand. Love you.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.